Hey guys, I don't know what happened. It's not supposed to do that. Little disappointed, but that's fine. That's fine. Sometimes that happens. Kind of missed my intro music, but I've had a busy day. I've had a busy week. A lot of stuff is going on, guys. But hey there. Hey, nerdlings. Welcome back to my channel. I am your host, Danny Sanssouci, licensed cosmetologist and registered super nerd. And this is the Cult of Nerd panel on Comics and Cosmetics Live. And today we are talking about D23 Day 3 announcements. We're going to recap the first couple of days with a couple of my favorite people, the other members of the cult. I'm very excited, but before we go any further, make sure you smash that like button. If you are not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you'd like to support the channel, please consider joining our Patreon. There's all kinds of goodies on there. There's behind the scenes, there's tutorials, there's sneak peeks, outtakes. You can even request a video. You can request a character or a storyline or whatever it is, whatever nerdy topic you would like me to break down for you, you can request it. We have 3 different tiers. It all starts as low as $3 a month. And you do get merch. If you're interested in merch, another great way to support the channel, check out our TeePublic store at teepublic.com. Just search Comics and Cosmetics merch. All right, guys. Oh, and we got Kathy is in the chat. Hello, Kathy. Thank you for joining. Okay, guys, without any further ado, let us bring in our guests. And by the way, we want to thank herbalhanna.com for sponsoring the channel. If you have sensitive skin, or if you just prefer to use more natural organic materials when you are taking care of all your hygienic needs, please check out herbalhanna.com. Big fan. I use them. I'm placing another order tomorrow. So, okay. So first, we have Miss Lena from Simply Blondie. Hello.
How are you?
I am good. How are you? Let me see if I can throw your name up there. That would be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
That, or we can, on the Twitter.
Yeah, I'm doing good. I have been playing, I guess, since this morning, Mirrorverse that they announced on Friday. I had the game for quite some time, and today I finally got one of my favorite characters on my team, Scrooge McDuck. So I've been like happy this entire time.
Kathy says
hi.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about your channel?
All right. So I know the name change once again, but Simply Blondie basically is simply about anything and everything that I love talking about, from the nerd culture all the way to pop culture. I talk about pretty much anything and everything on that channel. And yeah, just come subscribe to my channel, and I am actually going live personally tomorrow at 4, so you guys can go check that out. I'm going to do my personal favorite top 5 or top 10s of D23 tomorrow.
And we did join your channel yesterday for the day 2, day 2 announcements, and we'll recap. And just so everyone in the chat knows, everyone watching, I will be uploading that episode to my channel as well as day 1, but my computer has been very preoccupied today, so I haven't had an opportunity. But speaking of day 1, let's get our other nerd cultist, CJ from Cjack Productions. What's up, brother?
Hey, nothing much. Been good.
So, tell us about your channel for those who don't know.
Cjack Productions is basically everything under the sun. Marvel, anime, DC, Netflix, anything that's cinema related, whether it's animated or live. Got a talk show, Combos and Crafts, beginning a new season in October. And that's it.
Very cool. And I was supposed to be on your channel Friday. But at first I thought I thought it was one time, and then I was like, oh, I'm hurting so bad I can't do it. And then afterwards we found out it was earlier, but I was doing hair, so I wouldn't have been able to make it.
Exactly. You were done in either way.
But thank you for sending me the episode so that I can share it with all the Nerdling Army. And I see your man cave is coming together.
Yeah.
I'm trying. Yeah. My other swords just came in from shipping from Dragon Ball, and my lightsaber, my double-edged lightsaber's there. But
Nice.
I'm finding a home for them. So, my Wolverine poster that wasn't there before. Yeah.
We don't need to talk about my desk mess. I showed you.
that is scary too.
That is scary.
That was.
But you got this. Come on.
I haven't had time to clean it up. Let me tell you something, nerdlings. I want to apologize that the symbiote video is still not uploaded. I know it was supposed to be there yesterday, but 72 hours of research on this topic, 12 hours and 30 pages of handwritten notes,
Damn.
2.5 hours of recording, 30 hours of editing, and it takes at least 2 hours to render before I can upload it for you guys. And it still has 25 minutes left. So,
I know that all too well.
guys, if you love your YouTube content and you love your YouTube content creators, please consider supporting their channels. It's a lot of work. It is a lot of work. I've actually been thinking about doing like a series or finding a way to just actually record myself with all the work it takes and do like a time lapse, like a sped up to show, behind the scenes.
Oh, so behind the scenes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
I don't think my phone can handle that kind of storage, but we'll figure it out.
YouTube, stress behind the madness or something like
there
that.
You go.
That's good.
You're on to something though.
Sometimes I have you'll have that on big jobs like this. But let's say hi to the chat while we're in there. Speaking of supporting your channels, I do have a Patreon, as I mentioned. Please consider checking that out. I really need new makeup brushes. Y'all have no idea. They're falling apart. Okay, so in the chat today, we of course have Kathy. We said hello to, and we've got hashtag Mini Wrench Girl, Nicole.
Hi.
My moderator. And that's all we've got for now. That's all we've got for now, but that's okay. That's okay. More to come.
Yeah, the hat.
Oh yeah, talk about the hat.
Well, I mean, it's a Jack Sparrow hat. I've had this for 10 years.
Sweet.
And I basically had it in storage, brought it out, and this entire D23, I completely forgot that I had one. I thought I forgot it. And I also, in my closet, I do have an Indiana Jones hat as well that I haven't worn for 15. So
love one.
Actually, maybe we'll get that one. I'll go get it real quick.
Don't really have any. Well, I've got my Wonder Woman hat up there, and I have this tiara thing I made. There. I made this.
I'm the queen.
Yes. I'm the queen of comics and cosmetics. That's all I got. I just feel left out when Lena's always dressed up, and I'm just like, I'm wearing the same shirt I always do on camera.
I was wearing one of my lazy hoodies.
At least this time it's dry.
Oh,
like if you guys tuned in yesterday, that shirt was actually wet because my daughter didn't turn on the dry.
Oh, that's right. Oh shit.
Fun times. Yay, teenagers.
Yay.
All right, guys. So, CJ, why don't you go ahead and recap for us a little bit some of the highlights from day one of D23?
Chaz Boseman got the award from his brother, an honor for him for doing Black Panther. It's good homage.
Mm-hmm.
The panel, again, not advertising, check out the channel. Thank you, Danny. I had the full roster of what Friday's schedule going into Saturday and Sunday is there. So if you want to, like, granted, there's 3 different channels that we're doing this on, but there's one thing I discovered, I have to tell Lena this, that the roster wasn't just for, and I left the link there, thank God, just for Friday, but it's a roster for Saturday and Sunday. So if you want to pick apart what you want to check out. Do that. There was a Simpsons panel, 32nd, 33rd season, I think.
33rd.
33rd. That's what I thought. Let me not forget. Oh,
Lena is on it with the Disney stuff.
No, she is. No, real talk. Everybody has their strengths, right? And the Disney, of course, their anniversary, their ceremony, and Disney Interactive came out with. I'm again looking forward to Kingdom Hearts 4. In case you guys missed the memo, so
nerds.
Well, I mean, like what I was saying earlier, I've been playing Mirrorverse, and I finally got Scrooge McDuck, so that was also announced too.
I saw that picture. Scrooge McDuck was like, "That's right, bitches."
I was like, finally, I got him. Now I can retire. But I'm like, wait, I need Donald now.
What?
Right?
Bob Chapek? No way.
What?
What up, Bob? Look at you getting all the high class visitors today. Let me stop.
Somewhere. There we go.
Oh, okay. Oh. And then yesterday we did hang out with Lena on her channel and talked,
yes.
Whatever the word is. We discussed
a lot.
Day 2.
She's thorough. I mean, I enjoyed it.
Well, a lot of stuff I talked about was stuff that was on like Friday that was brought up like later on after our reaction was done.
Right.
A lot of big announcements on movies. Little Mermaid finally has a teaser trailer. Also, they released the date, which is for May. Haunted Mansion, I'm excited about that one coming out. I'm also excited for today because I did watch the park one today. So
yeah, you're gonna be talking that.
Yes, I am. I'll try to keep it at a minimum. A lot of great Marvel announcements. Daredevil, they actually showcase basically the dates and years for Phase 5 as well as Phase 6, I believe, or just Phase 5. There was one movie that I was like really excited. A lot of Disney Plus shows coming out, so that one I'm excited. Also, Wolf by Night is what it's called.
Werewolf by Night.
Yeah.
Werewolf by Night is coming out next month. So I'm like, I don't know nothing about him. I'm gonna watch it because yesterday Danny mentioned that Moon Knight has like an interaction with him. So I'm like, I already have some theories popping up already. So I'm thinking like we might, I don't know. But overall was just a lot of stuff that happened yesterday, and we kind of left on a cliffhanger because we never touched up on Star Wars or
I got you, fam.
George Lucas films, basically, as well as the Avatar. So
they did show the new trailer for, and first I want to say thank you, Bob. Thank you very much. Make sure you smash that like button. And if you're interested in throwing me a tip every month, you can tip me at least $3 a month if you join our Patreon. You'll have a lot of extras if you sign up. There's 3 different tiers, so and you do get merch. All right,
there we go.
Now that way I've gotten that out of the way. So they did show the trailer for Mandalorian season 3, which looks awesome. My girl Bo-Katan Grease is back. And exactly what a lot of us were suspecting, season 3 is going to be someone trying to assume the throne of Mandalore. And we all know that Bo-Katan Grease, that's what she wants. That's her throne. But now Din Djarin has the dark saber. There's going to be a lot of turmoil with that.
Sorry. That's my boy, dude. I love that series.
Oh, I love that series. And then they did have an Andor panel. I speak like 5 words in Spanish, so I didn't catch a word of what Diego Luna said other than he's happy to be there.
If you play the clip, I probably will be able to translate it for you.
Okay. I'll find it. But then there was also, they showed the trailer for Willow.
Yes.
I am very excited about this. And I just might have an inside source on that show. just might be
It's
interviewing
serious.
someone who's in that series later this year.
Was that the person you were mentioning yesterday? See, I was gonna get to Willow, but I was just like, I'll let her have that because, yeah.
I'm so excited. When
That
I
makes
was a
sense.
teenager, when I was a kid, I would watch Willow over and over again. I think one time I watched it like 12 times in a day.
Mm.
I just
Oh,
love that movie.
what was it? Speaking of Willow, because it's actually a fantasy. I know it's a fantasy show, and I'm kind of interested in watching it as well. For some reason, they also announced yesterday the Never-Ending Story, basically coming back, like rebooting it.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, they announced it yesterday, and
I'm
I saw it
Googling.
this morning, and I was like, "What?
Y'all don't understand. Y'all don't know
That's trauma."
what the Never-Ending Story meant for me as a child. We
The
had
horse.
The horse.
we had 3 movies. What are you doing?
The horse.
Right.
Oh, Artax. It's the
that
saddest
was his
moment
name.
in all of cinematic history. Artax, no, please. We had like 3 movies on Laserdisc that I was, as a child wanted to watch. Well, maybe 4. Back to the Future.
Yes.
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yes.
Empire Strikes Back. And the Never-Ending Story. And to this day, I remember the moment on that disc watching Never-Ending Story when you had to go and eject the disc and flip it over to continue to play the movie. That's great. I love that movie. So if they're I'm okay.
They are.
Never-Ending Story reboot. I even saw the one with Jonathan Brandis, which, by the way, that was my dude when I was a kid. I loved him so much. I even saw that one in the movie theater.
I feel like the oddball in this whole situation at the moment. Because like my
never
crush
seen
is
it?
no, I haven't seen Never-Ending Story. Like I've seen clippets and I know about the horse because of the memes, but I have to sit down and watch it. But I'm like every single actor you've mentioned that was like around I feel like they were around your age that you had a crush on them.
Mm-hmm.
Me was like, and it's just like I just realized I always liked older guys was Vincent Price, and Vincent Price was my boy back in the day.
The father
You're weird.
Vincent Price
my
was my boy.
homegirl in CJ's Random on Facebook, she has a crush on him. What is her freaking name? Hup Aguilar, but she likes anything goth, so that just comes with the territory.
Yeah.
Well, I'm on a site now, and it says that the Never-Ending Story is rumored.
Okay.
Rumored, and there's a bidding war apparently underway. But
I'm sorry, define bidding war between streaming services or who produces it?
Who produces it? Because I feel like Disney probably threw their hat in, probably Warner Brothers as well. So just a bunch of different, a bunch of companies.
I'm just curious.
Let's see.
Yeah.
According to Deadline, it appears that a number of streamers are now attempting to buy the rights to Andy's novel, which could see the franchise making a return as a TV series or a movie. But it doesn't say.
I wouldn't mind a TV series of Never-Ending Story.
A TV series would actually be better.
Yeah, because I feel like with the movie,
it's a series it's a book, and there's a lot more going on in the book, and it's darker.
That's what I was gonna get to, because like movies, you have to cram everything into like a certain amount of time versus a series where you can just like break it up into pieces and add
part 2 or 3. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So let's start going over. First of all, I don't think did we see the Secret Invasion trailer yesterday? Did we? Okay.
Yeah, because I found my computer yesterday.
Samuel Jackson, keep growing that beard.
Yeah.
I love beards. I just love them. Okay. So where was I? While I am pulling some stuff up, Lena, you want to talk some of the park information?
Do I want
because
to talk
I'm going to be frank with you. I don't care about the park.
I do.
I
want to talk about parks?
I just kind of glossed over that stuff.
Give me one quick second. Let me lower down my brightness on my computer. Forget it. How do we do this? Oh, wait, I think I just figured it out. No, I didn't. Okay, so I caught like maybe a few minutes a little late with it and all that. So they did announce. There we go. Just take that off. So when I caught it, they were talking about the Avengers campus, right? So the first half I missed. I did mention to CJ off to the side where they had the little baby Grogu in the poster, and I was like, it's gonna be a meet and greet. They're bringing Mandalorian and Grogu to Galaxy's Edge here in California as a meet and greet character. So I got excited. I didn't see that part, but I read the articles. I was like, oh shit. What I did see though was that they are expanding Avengers Campus, adding a new section that's basically called the multiverse section, where they're introducing a new ride, their third ride actually, because they have the Gardens of the Galaxy, Great Escape, I think it's called the Great Escape, and Spider-Man's Web Slinger. So this one is actually going to be actually really interesting because it's his original story and everything, where every character you have basically idolized growing up from comic books, movies, TV shows, you name it, from every like edition, universe, dimension is basically all together, working together or fighting together, heroes and villains, to take down one person that keeps popping up. But I'm just kind of like, okay, I get the title, is King Thanos. So I was like, okay, that's pretty cool. You know, I can't wait to see that coming out. It's still in development. They didn't really give a time frame of when they're going to release it, but or have it open. However, everyone has been, which I have noticed that every time Disney Plus showcases like a new episode of something, the next day that character's at Avengers Campus. So when Moon Knight came out, we had Mr. Knight, who was Steven, show up the next day, and he was only there for like the time the show was out and everything. Right now he's back for the Halloween. I was expecting the entire time to see She-Hulk pop in. She has not once. So I was kind of wondering as to why. They're introducing a new character, which we all know him, we all love him, Bruce Banner as the Incredible Hulk. He's coming in next month to the Avengers Campus as a walk-around character. So I sent you a picture, I believe, of how it looks. It's kind of really bulky. It's one of the early models of what they were doing 2019 when they announced it.
Sent me?
In 2019, they were showcasing of how they want to make bigger characters more mobile. So they were showing how they were just creating different ways to expand on that. And now you can see that he has more mobility in his hands. I can't wait. The only problem I'm having is that they have him in the suit for when they had to do the time jumps to go get the stones again from the different time frames. He's basically wearing that the entire time. So I'm just like, okay, there you go. So it's the first type. It's the first model of them. I feel like they're going to continue growing off that, just that design itself. They're going to continue growing. So I'm not like 100% like, oh, I'm not going to go see this or I'm not going to go see him or whatever. I'll go see him. He does talk from what I know. So that's pretty cool. Let me think. After they kept jumping around, they were talking about Disney World. They went back. Sorry. They talked about Tiana's Bayou Adventure. California, they're getting the ride in 2024, as well as Orlando, Florida, 2024. In Disneyland, they're getting the restaurants. So for Tiana's place, they're actually going to open up the restaurant as well for her as well. And all the characters, the voice actors for each of the characters. So for Naveen, Tiana, Mama Odie, and Lewis are going to be voiced by the actual characters themselves in the ride.
Oh, cool.
Let me think. They talked about the Disney cruise. They're opening up a new one. And then they're opening up one port where they're going to go to Australia and Fiji, or have a port there in Australia and Fiji.
I want to go to Australia.
Yeah. Then they're opening Frozen in 3, which I was just like, Jesus Christ. In 3 parks in Tokyo Disney, Shanghai, and in the Paris Disney. So they were showing behind the scenes in, I believe it's Shanghai. They're opening up a ride for her, so as well as a tango ride. They also talked about Zootopia, and then this is kind of where people are getting this idea that it's going to happen, but this is a concept idea. This is like a idea floating around that they might do. So if you've ever gone to Disney World, everyone has always wondered what's behind Big Thunder Mountain, and it's just it's just basically empty land. So they're thinking of using that land to, and this is like a hypothetical because they brought in one a Imagineer, Chris, and then they brought in Jennifer Lee, who was a executive producer for the Frozen movies.
Mm-hmm.
And I just know her because she married Alfred Molina like recently. So she's Alfred Molina's wife, and I love her. She's awesome. They were basically going back and forth. They were talking about how they can easily improve each of these lands. So they talked about Animal Kingdom, where they can easily open up a Zootopia area in Animal Kingdom, as well as an area for Moana. So they were just talking about how it will look, and they showed really beautiful concept designs for it and everything. They went to Disney World and they started talking about behind Thunder Mountain that they were going to open up. Well, they were like talking about it, a possible Encanto area, as well as a Coco, basically.
Where did he go? He lost him.
And this one has been like everybody's wish, even mine, to be honest, because I mean, growing up, you idolize the heroes and everything, but then when you get older, you start looking at the villains, and you feel like you're more relatable to the villains. Yeah. Beyond the Horizon, they were describing it as a area for all the villains, so basically a dark kingdom.
Okay.
So
cool.
I was just kind of like, that would be awesome. But at the same time, it's just more of like hypothetical kind of sense. People were taking it as, oh, this is going to happen. I go, yeah, they said that for quite some time. But here's the thing is that Tron is also, they've talked about the Tron ride as well, that they've been talking about since 2016, 2017, and they're finally finishing it next year. So it's just like,
they've been busy.
Well, it's not that. It's just more of like Florida weather, the money, COVID.
Oh, yeah.
So it's just like,
you lost 3 years with COVID alone, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And let me think. Oh, they talk about Toontown too. I was scared they were gonna take out Donald's house. They're keeping it.
Yay!
They're keeping Donald's house. They're making Goofy's house more of an interaction. Any one of you guys been Disney or no?
Oh yeah, Disney World.
Disney World, but not land.
Florida. No, the only place I've been to in California was LAX.
Oh, okay.
Connection flight.
In Disneyland, they have this whole section where it's like kind of like an interactive section where you can like touch certain things and certain things happen. So they're doing the same thing for Goofy's house where you can touch certain things and something else happens.
Oh, that's cool.
And they talked about Mickey's Runaway Train, where it's not, I don't think the way they said it was, it's not going to be the one that's in Hollywood Studios in Orlando. It's going to be its own little thing. So I was like, okay, that's not that bad.
Okay.
Going back, and I'm impressed you how far I was listening. I really want to check out. It wasn't just Toontown, but it was also, oh god. Because Futureland they're gonna turn that into like a Jungle Book land or something like that.
They have Adventureland. Adventureland.
That's
future.
What it was.
You mean
Futureland.
There's Tomorrowland?
Futureland? Yeah. Tomorrowland, is that the same?
Tomorrowland is its own little thing, but like Tomorrowland is kind of Futureland. They've been a lot of people have been pushing for Disney to upgrade Tomorrowland a little bit, especially the one here in California. Like they want to upgrade it so badly.
Yeah.
But
I've been to California since I was 18, so I know it's changed. So
oh yeah, no,
not the Disneyland one anyway. Yeah.
No, it's changed. It's changed.
All right, guys. Before we move on to the really cool stuff. Sorry, I get so excited about Mandalorian and Andor. I'm so excited. But before we get started on that, I've been waiting like a year to say this phrase. But first, a word from our sponsors.
Oh.
And I didn't have it queued up. So good job, Danielle. I'll just have to say it again, I guess. But first, a word from our sponsors. I want to tell you about the channel's new sponsor, Herbal Hannah Wellness. This is one of my favorite new companies. It is absolutely my favorite new soap. You guys know me. I like things natural. I don't like a lot of chemicals. In my salon, in my home, on my face, I don't like a lot of chemicals. Okay, in my face, that might be a little bit of a lie. But in my cleansers, I don't like a lot of stuff mucking it up. So if you're like me, you have sensitive skin, you want to be cleansed without your natural oils and beauty stripped away, then please check out herbalhannah.com. You will not be disappointed. All of the wellness products at herbalhannah.com have been formulated by an actual chemist. Yes, Hannah is a chemist and an herbalist. So she knows what she's doing, okay? It's not crap. It's really good. They have deodorant, essential oils, soaps, you name it. And some of them are in some pretty fun and crazy shapes. Anyway, check out Herbal Hannah Wellness on all the socials, herbalhannah.com, and tell them that Danny said, hey.
Huh.
Yay!
Funny.
Very
That was a good promo. Funny thing is that they started following me earlier today when you shared today's
Yay!
thing. And I was like, Herbal Hannah, where have I heard that from? So let me follow back.
I just did their interviews today, and ironically, I just told them to go to your link. So
Okay, because they just popped up.
They're
I was like,
awesome. They're very awesome. And when we were doing the live show last week, Adrian kind of just popped up with little tiny penis soaps,
blue in color,
on camera, and I was like, "Did you do the mold for that as well?" No, he wasn't. But I told him, I was like, you guys are going to have to put on there for external use only on those, because there's some not smart people in this world.
Nope.
But anyway, Herbal Hannah, they're awesome. I use their soap every day. They leave my skin really soft. I have eczema and very dry skin, and I haven't had any issues. Half the time I don't even need to use lotion. So I'm very happy with it. I will be placing another order tomorrow. I'm going to be ordering some deodorant and some essential oils. So pretty stoked. We're also going to be retailing that at Salon Mia. So, yay. All right, let's move on to some super cool trailers. I'm going to share my screen down here.
yes.
Mute website notifications. Okay, sure. Why is it not letting me? Entire screen. There we go. Allow. Here we go. Can you see me? Yay. All right.
oh, there we go. Finally.
Here we have the Mandalorian trailer. That's Ryan Airy. But what's going on, bro? Okay. It's playing on its own. I hate it. Look, I need a new laptop. Everyone subscribe to my Patreon. Shit.
I can bring you in warm, or I can bring you in cold.
No. Why
In this
is that
case,
Ryan Airy?
In this case, the laptop's getting cold.
Oh my gosh.
You want me to pull it up for you and show it on my end, or share my screen with you?
I'll get it worked out. This is just, I really, you know what? I'm going to have to tell Ryan Airy later to stay off my damn streams. You weren't invited. Oh, good.
I was never
invited, Ryan. Well, okay, here we go.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh my God. Seriously, really? I need a new laptop.
Really, Cold Shadow? I saw that coming a mile away.
Oh, the season 3. That they left it off in a cliffhanger.
Yeah. I'm with you, Lena. Oh, Shadow, subscribe. I know I tagged you in this.
He was never expecting a season 3 for Mando. Why?
Yeah, right?
So good.
Lena just said they left it to the cliffhanger.
Yeah, even though he was in Book of Boba Fett, like
Okay,
it still left it off in a cliffhanger.
here we go. Can you guys hear it?
Fudge.
You monster.
Okay. Well, no. Okay.
Darn you, Lucasfilms. Oh, there we go. You got control of the volume.
And you are a Mandalorian. No more.
Well, while Danny's working on that, let's see. I thought it would end. Would have ended at season 2 when Guru went to train with Skywalker. That's Guru's story. You gotta remember, people forget it's not the
Grogu.
Baby Yoda show, although it is.
It is.
But Grogu, thank you, Grogu. I call that dude Goku, whatever. It's not the Baby Yoda show, even though a lot of speculation it is. So this is Mando's journey. What I like about the series, there's no limitation whose story is involved with his.
Grogu's just there to steal the show every so often. It's just like when the plot slows down, it's like, all right, I'm here. Hold on, I'm here. Hi.
Right. You're
I'm doing
right.
background stuff.
It's like, for example, She-Hulk. She-Hulk has so many cameos already, and we're only 4 episodes in. They're like, here's
Yeah.
this character, here's that character, here's this
Wait,
character.
are we talking about She-Hulk today?
Oh,
Do you see the finger?
Yeah. Sorry.
It says shush.
oh,
Sorry.
Look,
yes, ma'am.
we're gonna watch the trailer,
Okay, Mom.
okay? Because we
I'll
gotta
buy you some
like
time.
break this shit down. And we
Okay.
can't watch the trailer if you two chuckleheads just keep going.
All right, I'll mute my
Remind
mic.
me never to go to a movie with you two.
Oh, I'm quiet.
All right, here we go. Mute your mics because I don't want feedback. All right. Wait, how do I shut my mic up off on this? I'll figure it out. There we go. Wait a minute. Damn. Okay. Fixed. Okay, so what'd you guys think of the trailer?
Well, I saw it earlier. I like it. It leaves it open to a lot of different, I guess, like not opportunities, but more of like growth for both Grogu and Din Djarin. Shit. I just like the fact that just finally acknowledge, like, yeah, this is your kid, this is your son. Like he sees you as his father, and I'm just like, we've been saying that since like like season 2 or even season 1. Like that's his kid now.
I agree. Basically, these two just spit Destiny's face because he tried to give the kid to Luke, and he still came back to him.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I got.
And like I like with season 2, the way like how so many people thought he was gonna just stick with Anakin. It's just like not Anakin, sorry. Luke. Why am I saying Anakin? Luke, like it's just like you're putting a kid in a situation where he has to pick between, you know, doing something he basically was exposed to with Anakin, killing everybody off, Order 66, and being with his dad. So it's just kind of like, do I want to go through this again, or do I want to be with my dad?
See, that's why I keep thinking that they're going to introduce the Gray Jedi, and I think Ahsoka is going to be the one leading the Gray Jedi, because the Jedi and the Sith both have it wrong. You cannot, and this is something we're finally learning as a species, finally, is that you cannot repress human nature and have things turn out hunky-dory. Like, that's just not a thing that happens, like, at all. That's how you create psychos and serial killers. That's so. I absolutely blame the Sith and the Jedi for Anakin's, his demise. And they finally announced that, or George Lucas said that Anakin, even as Darth Vader, is still the chosen one. He was still the one to bring balance to the Force, because it's yin and yang. You have to have both in order for there to be balance.
Yeah.
So
I mean, like today, I saw a post about this where Anakin and Pam were talking. He said, "Oh, I hate Sam," but then there was a scene that was supposed to happen between Pam and Obi-Wan, where he starts telling her like, "Hey, I know what's going on between you and Anakin, and I see that he's happy, and you make him happy." I sat there, I go, "Why did they take this out?" Because it kind of goes back to the Obi-Wan Kenobi show, where it was just like
Obi-Wan knew. He knew the
Obi,
whole
like
time.
you said the last time, like Obi-Wan knew the entire time they were in a relationship, just kept it hush hush because it was just like, I'm not gonna.
He went through the same thing with Satine.
Yeah.
He went through the same thing, and I this is my feelings, obviously, because it's coming out of my mouth. But my feelings are that he did have a child with Satine, and it is Corky Kreese. And that in the sequel trilogy, it should not have been Rey Palpatine. It should have been Rey Kreese. She should have been the child of Corky Kreese and Obi-Wan's granddaughter.
Yeah.
That's how that should have gone. That would have been a much better story, instead of this, somehow Palpatine has returned. Well, somehow Rian Johnson took a giant steaming shit on our childhoods.
That's how it sounds, by the way.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But
Bullshit.
I mean, like, I know.
But yes, Ahsoka is getting her series. It is coming up. I don't think we didn't get a trailer for that.
No.
But I do know the guy who does the makeup. But we didn't get a trailer for that, but we did get a trailer for Andor and Tales of the Jedi.
Yeah.
And Tales of the Jedi is 6 episodes long. They're all shorts. And there are 3 episodes about Ahsoka. And that will kind of fill in the gaps in her life, so we learn more about her. She gets more fleshed out in on screen. And we get 3 episodes on Dooku, on Darth Tyrannus, who, by the way, has the coolest and most vicious sounding Sith name, but everyone just calls him Dookie. Basically, that's what Dooku sounds like to me. It's like Count Dookie. So Darth Tyrannus. So we'll have 3 episodes of him and 3 episodes of Ahsoka. But in 10 days, we get Andor. Or is it 11? I think it's 11 days. 11 days, we get the premiere of Andor. And I think Andor is going to be the second best Star Wars Disney Plus show that we've had to date.
Mandalorian. It's Hispanic in space, so I'm happy.
Yeah. Well, Book of Boba Fett was a letdown. That was just a mess.
I actually like Book of Boba Fett, even though it wasn't the Book of Boba Fett show. It was just about everyone else.
To me, it was just filler.
Yeah, and they could have done so much better. And even Tamora Morrison said he had his issues with it. Like he's talking too much.
Well, I mean, they did also announce on Saturday they're going to do season 2 of Book of Boba Fett. So there could be a possibility they're probably going to change everything around and let Boba Fett actually be his title character.
I've also heard that they are, in fact, doing season 2 of Moon Knight. That's Marvel, not Star Wars, but I'm very excited about that. And I called it, and our not friend kept telling me, no, they're not doing it. They would have said Moon Knight's going to return. It's
the one who said that Moon Knight was going to return was Oscar Isaac. Like, he kept posting up pictures and everything.
Yeah. Let me say something about that. The Midnight's off subject, but brief. Midnight Suns,
it's going to happen,
etc. Just because my point is this: just because it wasn't announced here or was not announced in Comic-Con, even further back, does
Mhm.
not mean it's not gonna happen. I've so seen it.
Well, that's
Exactamundo.
kind of why I brought it up yesterday about New York Comic Con is coming up in October, that they
It could
might
be
drop
there.
more. So it's
Yeah.
just like, because the thing is, like I was saying, like they could easily just do a Marvel convention, just bring what Kamala went to, make it into an actual convention for like 3 days, and
Oh,
just all Marvel.
that will most likely happen.
Well said.
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
see that happening.
Kevin's the one that's doing everything. He's like, yeah, just give me a convention and we'll just do everything there.
Here's a blank check. Make it happen.
Now,
It
I
has
will
Mickey Mouse's
say
face on
that
it too.
I
It's just like,
feel
here.
like I do honestly feel that the D23 announcements were lackluster. I feel like we were looking for a lot more than what we got, and either they're holding back to just surprise us later,
I'm leaning
or
towards
they're
that.
like, "Hey, they're bitching online. Hide that." I
I,
don't know.
I like I said, I feel like
Oh,
they're gonna probably mention it at New York, probably because like so many people were looking forward to Deadpool 3, the
Which would
X-Men.
be a shock if they do announce it at New York, because
Versus
nobody really cares that much about New York. The big ones
Well, the thing is that
have
with New
always
York,
been San Diego Comic-Con, Hall H and D23.
well,
So
the
it'll
thing
be
is that
really,
when it
really
comes to like
surprising if they
San
do
Diego
that.
Comic Con, it's like one of the bigger ones because that's where all the people from like TV come to announce their stuff. New York comes second, and then it's like Dragon Con. Dragon Con, they really don't do big announcements because it's considered a party con. So New York and California being two entertainment capitals, they're kind of like, okay, let's just do it in these two states, and that's it. I mean, there's some, for instance, like when DuckTales, the 2017 version came out, they talked about DuckTales over at Anime Miami back in 2015 with Jim Cummings.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just kind of like they'll drop little things here and there, small projects, but like if it's big conventions that are televised, because I could not change the channel without seeing San Diego Comic Con talked about, D23 talked about, even New York Comic Con. We get information about that all the time here on our coast all the time.
Sorry, I'm trying to turn my fan on. It's getting hot in here. Okay, so before we get too far into the weeds, let's check out Andor. I'm pretty excited about it. It's 5 years up to Rogue One. Rogue One, by far the best Star Wars movie to come out since Return of the Jedi. You know what? I don't make the rules. It's just science. I'm just spouting facts here.
I'm about to go back to my other video because I said I didn't like Rogue One.
Oh God, I love Rogue One. I think it's the best. It's the most Star Wars movie.
I might have to go back and rewatch it again because I think my main focus was on Mads Mikkelsen the whole time. Sorry.
Well, and I do. My friend D is in that movie too. Well, he's been in. He's been in a couple of the sequel trilogies also, and in the Han Solo one. But
I'll give it another watch. I'll give it another watch.
So anyway, it's kind of a spy thriller, kind of James Bondy. And I'm pretty excited about it. So I'm gonna go ahead and mute my mic. 3-episode
Damn.
premiere. 3.
3.
I
That's
think it
more
looks
than what
really
they
good.
usually give.
2 at most.
Yeah, either 2 or 1 or 2. But
Either
Yeah,
it's
1 or
3.
2.
either it's extended, like for example, She-Hulk was 40 minutes, and I noticed the rest is a half hour. Or yeah, very impressive. And honestly, can you two educate me? Because no, now this is my limit. You know, I'm a Trekkie, so I'm just throwing it out there. I don't know nothing about Andor.
I'm non-denominational. I
That's
have
very
the
good.
Defiant right over there.
The Defiant's a badass ship, by the way. But anyway.
Hey, don't call it little.
Right. but no, but staying on task. Just educate me. I don't know.
So Andor is a spy for the rebellion.
Okay.
Mon Mothma, the lady, the tall lady in the long white gown, she was actually played by another actress in the original trilogy, and she was the one who said, "Many gave their lives to bring us these blueprints to the Death Star." That was her.
Okay.
And Cerberus, you're fine. You're good, bro, and you can catch the rewatch. Don't worry about it. Just make sure you hit like.
Oh shit.
But yeah, I think it's going to be great. It's supposed to be all about the buildup, you know, what the rebellion, what he was doing as a spy for the rebellion the 5 years before Rogue One.
Oh, it's my favorite. No.
So I think it looks really good, really interesting, and as far as I'm concerned, it's the most Star Wars series that's about to come out.
I think that's the reason why I didn't like Rogue One, was because like I didn't understand his character, because he just popped up and it was just like, I personally felt like we were supposed to like know who he was already. So I was just like, okay,
now we'll find out.
Now I'm just like, okay, like I said, I'll rewatch the Rogue One again.
And Cold, I want to point out, yes, please. Yes, give us some motherfucking Mara Jade. I'm sick of this foreplay. Yeah. I'm sick of this screwing around. Just give us Mara Jade already.
Joe, I mean, Shadow, that's his real name is Joe. I'm very impressed that you know that. Even I know, no, either way, but I'm very impressed that you know that. I'm with,
I still want, oh God, what's his name? Hondo. I still want him to pop up.
Oh, yes. I think he's going to show up. He's going to show up in Ahsoka.
Probably.
Because they're doing, basically Ahsoka is going to be live action Rebels. They have cast Ezra Bridger, and forgive me, normally, you guys know I normally have all this stuff right off the top of my head.
That's all good.
But Andre, I know you're saying Secret Invasion. Anyway.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see. D23 announced.
Before I forget, I want them to. Does anybody know there's going to be another season of Bad Batch? I got so.
Yes, it comes out in January.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, they've
underrated. So underrated. Sorry.
I gotta pick up on that one.
And we also have another show called Skeleton Crew with Jude Law in it. It's this one right over here, and it's about kids who get lost in the Star Wars universe. Like, there's kids in the Star Wars universe and they get lost, and drama ensues.
You know,
that'll explain why he's casted as Captain Hook for Peter Pan and Wendy.
He's like, I had a great time yesterday, but this is the warmest welcome I've ever received. I love being part of this franchise. Okay, so I know he's been cast. Okay, yeah, Mina Masood, I think. Oh no, he was rumored
to be casted.
Yeah, it's Iman Esfandi. Iman Esfandi, and let's look him up.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
because I'm not familiar with who that individual is.
I've seen that movie, so Iman Esfandi.
I've seen Aladdin.
I've seen
I fell asleep watching it, but I think it's because I'm old and I'm tired.
Sorry, Danny. Andre, we think that's interesting. It's kind of similar to the Lower Decks, which is also a good show. Very good show.
Oh, this guy totally looks like Ezra Bridger.
He really does, though.
Look at that. That's Ezra.
Yeah.
I like
We've
his
even
hair.
got it side by side. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Ezra Bridger right there.
Even with the floof.
Dude, that's modeled after him. You can't tell me. Right.
Yeah. Okay. I meant to pull this up first. So, Tales of the Jedi was another one. He does have great hair, Cerberus. He does.
So
It's
stupid.
wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful hair. Okay, Tales of the Jedi. I believe they did have a trailer. I could hear my daughter laughing on the phone. Here we go. Found it. And here we go.
Oh, I gotta mute my mic. Mike, goodbye.
Who doesn't want to become the talk of the town here?
She's like, Ahsoka, bitch. That's who. Mm.
That is written down on my notes. Instant binge.
Yeah, that looks awesome.
Hey,
I'm
R2,
so
Ricky.
excited. All right.
Back my
And
hand.
R2 the Icky, what is up?
Hello.
Can you hear us now?
Oh, son, I can't hear you guys on any device.
Yeah. Try that. Can you hear us now?
Our mics were muted for a little bit.
Yeah. For
Yeah, I had
for
to
the
leave the
video.
room and come back just so I can get my audio back. That worked. I didn't want to, but
Oh, okay. Cool. Cool. All right. So that's all we had for Star Wars. We got information on the Skeleton Crew, the trailers for Mandalorian Season 3, Andor, Tales of the Jedi. And then we got stuff about Willow. Andor, Tales of the Jedi.
Sorry.
It's like I can hear me.
Sorry, I had to turn this on because I have it on full screen, so I wanted to read. I'm like, where are they reading this? I go, oh, the chat. Let me go to the chat.
So Willow himself, Warwick Davis, came on stage with the rest of the main cast, not the entire cast, because I would have seen a friend of mine. But they did show the trailer, and I have not watched it yet. I have been waiting for you guys. So without any further ado, let's watch the Willow trailer.
But first, we're gonna watch a face washing thing. So.
Oh, yes. I cannot wait for that.
Okay. Okay.
I got questions. Is this supposed to be taking place like after the original, or is
Yeah.
this?
No,
Oh, okay.
it's a sequel. It's way after the original. And I think
Okay.
that girl, he said, you look like your mother. I think she's supposed to be Mad Mardigan and Val Kilmer's ex-wife's child.
Okay. Because I remember when they were showing, like when they announced it like a while back, because I think they did another D20, not D23, Disney Plus Day. They had like a little trailer for it where they were
Yeah.
showing the actors, and the main actor basically mentioned like this is literally picking up where the original left off. So I was like, oh,
So it's
okay.
years later. And you can tell because Warwick, Willow, his character looks older, much
Yeah.
older, and he's much better he's much more adept with his magic. So
Okay.
I'm pretty excited, and I cannot wait in December to bring on my good friend to talk about what it was like making this series, and just stuff about Willow. I'm really excited about that. He's actually we're working on actually getting Warwick Davis himself to come and do an interview.
Oh.
And I'm stuck. Hold on a minute. Sometimes my robot foot gets stuck in place.
Robot's foot.
It does. My Terminator leg. All right. Well, all of this looks really exciting. It looks really cool. So, what do you guys think? What are your thoughts on our D23 announcements?
So far, I mean, yesterday, like we kind of agreed the Marvel's portion of it was kind of like lackluster a little bit.
Yeah.
I know that when it came to like the Star Wars section, it was a lot of shows, and we talked about it yesterday on my channel that it's going to be a while before they do the movies. And I'm just kind of sitting here, and I said it yesterday. I was like, I kind of feel bad for Harrison Ford, where they just keep bringing him in as Indy, and it's just like, let the guy kind of retire. But
Trust me,
I mean,
if Harrison didn't want to do it, he would not do it.
well, yeah, that. And he was very emotional when they brought him up and he was talking about the movie itself and I think the teaser trailer for that one. And I mean, they also reunited him with the child actor that worked with him, Shortstop.
Yep.
I was
Yeah,
like,
he was actually in Everything Everywhere All at Once. And like we hadn't seen him since like the 80s or early 90s.
He was technically a one-hit wonder, wasn't he?
Yeah, well, he did that. He was Short Round in Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
Yeah.
And he was Data in the Goonies.
Oh, that's right, he was.
Yeah. And then we're watching Everything Everywhere All at Once, and I'm like, oh my God, it's Data. That's Short Round. And he's totally kicking ass with the fanny pack.
Right.
It was awesome. So I'm really excited to see him back in the Indiana Jones franchise. Indiana Jones franchise is one of those close to my heart.
Yeah.
So, she's got her Indiana Jones hat.
Represent.
Awesome. All right. Well, I do.
Coach Shadow.
Again, I do wish they would have given us more. We didn't get any announcements about X-Men. They made that weird post. Disney Plus did that weird post about, just wait till the Disney 23 announcements.
Wolverine,
and they showed Wolverine like snicking. I'm like, well,
Snicky.
Sneak.
It's true.
Yeah, like I was really confused about all of that. I mean, if I want my X-Men, man. I want my X-Men. It's a little unfair.
Shadow, have any of y'all seen the Little Mermaid trailer? We actually watched it on my channel yesterday. I loved it. I saw it, cried a little bit, well, teared up a little bit, but loved it.
Yeah, it does look really good. But again, Flounder is a flounder, not a guppy. Okay.
He's a guppy.
He said,
That's Flounder.
His asses.
He still got it. No, you're right, Andre. He still got it.
Yeah, for being 80, like
he's pretty close to 80.
I'll be
like that
lucky
was a big joke when he did Indiana Jones and The Last Crusade.
Oh, yeah.
And Sean Connery played his father. And they're only 10 years apart.
Yeah. What?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sean Connery's only 10 years older.
I never knew that.
Well, it was. He passed away.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
But he was only 10 years older than Harrison Ford, so it was a big joke on set.
Yeah.
Like, wow. But yeah. Have you guys, so since we're pretty much covered all the D23 stuff, we'll pretend that our nerdy news segment is us talking about what happened in She-Hulk and House of the Dragon. Okay.
It was like weird.
So, why won't this come off there? There it goes.
There you go.
So, the last episode of She-Hulk, at first I was like, wasn't my favorite so far. Wasn't my favorite. But the more I look into it, I feel like they're screwing with us about Mephisto, or he's actually showing up, because that Madison with two N's and a Y, but it's not where you think.
What does that even mean? Sorry.
I didn't understand that either.
It means the Y is in front of the N's and not after the D. That's literally all that means. But it's not where you think. Ugh. She's one of those actresses that she does too good of a job. Like, I just want to hit her. She has a backbiting geschist.
The moment she mentioned Fort Lauderdale, I was like, oh yeah.
Florida girl, drink girl,
This is
drunk
a Florida girl for
drunk
sure.
Girl. Madison, yeah.
Oh god.
I'm best friends with Brie Larson. Anyway. Yeah, I went there. Another stuff.
Yes, Madison. I'm drinking champagne with a straw, so I don't mess up my lips.
I missed mine.
She's what the Germans refer to as a Backpfeifengescheißt. It means a face you want to slap.
Mhm.
But when she's talking to Wongers and
God, I love
she's
that
telling
nickname.
him that she made a deal with a goat named Jake for 6 drops of her blood to save her from a lava pit. That's Mephisto. Like, she was in a hell dimension, rescued by Mephisto. She made a deal with him. So, and I gotta say, it was pretty great to hear the Sopranos theme song.
Oh god.
I knew that
sorry,
right
but
away.
That theme song slaps. I love it. Every time I rewatch
even
Sopranos. Yeah, every time I rewatch it, I won't skip the intro because I woke up this morning. Got yourself a gun.
There are 3 theme songs you cannot skip. If you do, you're not human. 1, Now Peacemaker. 2,
of course.
Sopranos. It's so fucking stupid. And of course the X-Men theme, the 90s one, which I got confirmed.
Wait, you've got to give me like 5 seconds to prepare for that because there's scrolling involved. What was that third one?
The X-Men 90s theme. Oh, so that's Cyclops. There you go. I get it right.
Well, I mean, for me, it's like DuckTales because that song gets stuck in your head very quickly, and then Darkwing Duck, and then obviously the X-Men as well. But still.
And yes, Wolverine wasn't really mentioned, but when she was on her laptop, there was a news article over on the right, like suggested articles, and it said, "Man with metal claws gets into bar brawl." Totally Wolvie. That's Wolvie right there. But the one thing I do like about Madison is like she's the easiest character for me to imitate because I've been a white girl all my life. And I know bitches like that.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Lita. Oh god. They drag the R's like that.
Like this much of me. This much of me is Mexican. This much of me is indigenous. The rest is
white.
White girl.
I hung out with a lot of Hispanics, and I was the one that was able to do that Valley Girl voice so well that they'll just like slowly turn to me and they're just like, "Can you shut up, please? Just stop." Why? Oh my god, yeah. Like, let's just go to the mall.
You know what?
And let's go buy stuff. You know,
I just had an idea. We should totally. He knows where I'm going with this. We should totally develop our own alter egos and do a whole series.
Oh god.
Right.
You know, it would be fun. It would be so much fun. And we could just have our drinks in our hand, like
after that one Marvel thing I did with you guys, me with a drink in my hand is dangerous. Wait, where's the record button to get? Wait, watch this. I can do this. Oh, whoops.
How many times have I knocked my camera over?
Right. Did I fall down? Oh, wait, that was my camera. No, anyway.
I refuse to use this little bastard anymore. Like, he's made me...
You know I'm working on that. I know, but I know. Because you were just suffering in silence. No, really. You're sitting there suffering in silence. Lena has a practical start.
Silence? I bitch about it constantly. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Oh, God, no. But...
Oh, my God.
I even like Lena's microphone. I need to get one of those.
I had to get a new grip.
What happened? You just bought that.
No. The grip wasn't holding onto my desk because it has little side things on it. So I had to maneuver
Okay.
and get a new grip. So now it's like stays in one spot instead of tipping
Let me see
over every
proof.
single time.
So
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So you notice that the guy, the magician, his name was Donnie Blaze.
You picked up on that too.
Donnie Blaze. So I feel
Right.
like that was a nod too. And who does Johnny Blaze make a deal with to become Ghost Rider? Mephisto. So I feel like either they're fucking with us, they're fucking with the
Damn.
YouTubers over WandaVision, or he's really finally going to show up. And I've been saying for a couple of years now that it's going to happen. We're going to get Midnight Suns and we're going to get Mephisto. And all of us nerdy YouTubers are going to be redeemed for once.
For our beliefs.
But who knows?
I'm sorry, but look, every time they came up with Mephisto and whatnot, I'm like that Leonardo DiCaprio meme. This was me. Look. I know that reference. That was me. Admit it. That was me. I was like, I know that reference.
Like Cap in the first Avengers movie. I understood that reference.
He's such a good guy. Oh my
I got
God,
that.
I understood that.
And I don't know if anyone's been watching any of you, or if you two have been watching House of the Dragon, but
Damn.
oh my God. First of all, Matt Smith is one of my favorite doctors. I love Matt Smith. Did I love him in Morbius?
No.
I don't think anyone loved Morbius. Now, if you smoke a bowl and watch it, it's fucking hilarious. But it's just a shit movie. And I don't know what he was thinking with that scene where he's dancing with his shirt off. I don't know. But
was he trying to come up with the next